Hi, I'm Brian McLernan and we're back at Prater, and today we're going to be talking about our fine grinder. This model here is an M51, and in this video we're going to be going over the T-inlet where your feed's coming in through, as far as properly tightening the door, and if we need to, changing our gaskets that are inside the door, which you'll see after we go ahead and open it up. First, we're going to go over the importance of our T-inlet. All of our fine grinders will have a sticker on here that is telling you do not support the weight of the inlet, meaning whatever is going to be feeding this. Normally in operations there's an airlock or whatever they have set up to be feeding the fine grinder. We don't want any of that weight supported on this T-inlet, because we can be forcing this to be pulling off the door with the weight that's being pushed down on the T-inlet. So it is important to have whatever is above or off hit this way of the feed inlet to make sure that it's isolated and supported by its own. Now that we've touched on our T-inlet, we're going to go inside to our door. Another important aspect of our doors, we have two gaskets in this type of fine grinder in our M51, one for the inner and one on the outer. The inner one, once you'll see later in the video that when our screen frame and our rotor is installed, this gasket right here will be sealing onto the screen frame assembly, and then your other gasket here is sealing onto this part of the mill frame body. Periodically you do want to go ahead and check these to make sure that they're not damaged or anything's gotten taken off of them. In this model here, you could see that there is a little bit of a damage to it, and when you start seeing your gasket starting to do this, it's time to go ahead and change that, because if these are damaged and not the way that they were sent from the factory, you will have leaks that will end up going inside the fine grinder, which that's what we don't want. So in this case, if this one was one that we needed to replace that's on the inside, we go ahead and you can get these from us through ordering through parts. So if we had our new one here, we're going to come over here, and the important aspect of installing these gaskets into this slot is that we want to get it started by pushing. We at no point want to start pulling it to spread it to get into there. All we want to simply is just work it into that groove. And as we continue to work it in, it will continue to go all the way out until we get to this part here, and that would completely, then we'd have a completely changed seal for our door. Once that seal is completed, the next important aspect of the fine grinder doors is tightening properly, which on this one we have 4 T-handles, so we can go ahead and get it started by hand. Once we kind of all get them started by hand, then we're going to start at this one, at this position, and we're going to continue to tighten this down. Now we don't need to get crazy with it and really clamp down it and tighten down it, because we don't want to mushroom or smush that gasket. We want to get a nice seal on the outer one for the door, and then we'll work our way to this handle here. And once we feel that one, then we'll work our way down to this handle and get it tightened here, and then the last one would be tightening it here.